Let us select an appropriate seat to sit on. Let us deem this seat to be sacred and holy. Let us ensure that this seat allows us to keep the chest, the neck, and the head arranged in a straight line. Let us let go and adopt a let go attitude, an attitude of surrender to the divine, that infinite invisible that is everywhere present, that knows every corner, and that is the origin of all beings, the omnipresent, the omnipotent, responsible for all the energy in the universe, and the omnipresent, the omniscient, the omnipotent, these three things. Let us be aware of the mechanism that we have within us called attention. Let us be aware of how we are seated. Let our eyes relax. Let us gaze a little bit in front of us so that eventually the outward and inward gaze joins. Let us feel that our very skin is impinged upon by divine love and glory. Let us feel this in our breath. Let us feel this in the air around us. Let us feel this in the warmth of the body. Let us feel this divine presence within us and around us. We can make this awareness in layers. The first layer, the physical body, the material thing made from the food that is eaten and distributed, converted into energy, movement, and the physical flesh. But that is very complex because inside the skin, tissue are varying kinds for varying functions. And while we cannot necessarily be aware of all the inward physical things, we can surely be aware of their existence. As we feel the outer sensations of the body without naming them, just being aware of them, we can be aware of more subtle things. We can be aware of the digestive system. We can be aware of the pulse, the blood circulation. We can be aware of various scents that enter into the nose, Let us not identify them. Let us just be aware of them. And we can be aware of all the sounds around us. Once we pitch our attention, we will identify systematically 4 or 5 different sounds. We can monitor the state of the relaxation of the body. We can identify the part that for some reason we are still holding on to. We can release it and let it go. Then there is the mental field. We can let all those things go as well. All the events of the day that may still be concerning us, we can simply release them. Like opening a window and allowing birds to fly away. Let us give our thoughts the freedom to fly off. Just to be content, to sit and do nothing. And as we proceed with the shifting of our attention from the body to the sense and sounds around us, we can notice a great peacefulness coming upon us, a deep silence. Let us now become aware of this peacefulness and silence. Let us feel how good it is to be here now, to have nothing to do, to just be. Just be. And in this sense of stillness and presence, we can feel an ever-expanding light within us that grows and grows and grows in its spirit of goodness and harmony, charity and generosity and love, reaching out in all directions, spreading all noble things and transforming every being in its wake into the glory of the divine. And every individual thing that our spirit encounters is already there in its full glory, covered as it were with a form and a shape. And when our love expands and blows this away like the wind, what will we find except the infinite? And in the same way, we can reverse this expansion into retraction. We can withdraw all of these rays of light, as it were, and allow them to converge into the central point with the innermost cave of the heart, the center of pure being. And as we do this, we close off the doors, the eyes and the ears, all the organs of movement. All the clutter of the mind is gone. And there stands the presence of pure being. Express yourself to this being non-verbally. Imagine that you are without speech and that you can only communicate with your inner eyes or your breath. Say to this inner Lord non-verbally, Lord, it is good to be here with you. It is good to be seen by you and to see you. It is good to be filled with your glory and your presence. I surrender to you. Allow ourselves to rest, just rest in this divine presence. This presence is to be found in the deep recess of the heart. But if you shift your attention to the breathing, you will find this being in the breath itself. You can be aware of the air that you breathe, and there you'll find the supreme protector, lover, origin, one without a second. And again, there may be sounds that the ear picks up. There may be sensations you feel in your body. And there you will sense that this divine is in the air. This divine is in the sounds. This divine is in the sensations. And we are resting in this whole world of the senses. We are resting in God. We are resting in the Supreme. We are resting in the divine origin. We are resting in the ever-present fullness of perfection. Let us surrender to this whole world of the senses, the sounds, the tactile sensations of the skin, the colors, the scents, the sounds, and surrender to this one without a second that is found everywhere, in everything, and emanates from the stillness within your heart. Let us once more feel the contentment of pure being, devoid of expectations, devoid of hopes or dreams, devoid of guilt, devoid of agitation, stress, just eternal, deep peace, deep within us. Let us fully surrender to this so that we enter into its pure being. Just lose ourselves. Let us lose ourselves. Let us sink down into the depths of pure being. Like smoke and warmth from fire that curls and fills and forms everything. Wherever we look, whatever we feel, is nothing more but this pure being in every eye, in every mouth, in every word, in every sound. Be it the sound of a bird or the human voice. Be it the sound of insects. Be it the sound of the air or the wind. Be it the sound of the breath. Be it the feeling of the blood flow. Be it the water in the body. Be it the water outside the body. In all things, there we find the face and presence of that beaming entity that is this divine. We are full, we are free. Whether it is in the stillness of the heart or the manifested forms, we feel the presence of the divine. And it is good to be here now. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This feeling of peace may it be distributed everywhere.